Oh my god! I apologize for the screaming rare drops, but hello! I normally don't start my videos by screeching in your ears, but I am so excited about this news we just got about the Sonic Movie 3. For those of you who haven't heard the news yet, or you just want to hear it again because it's so amazing, it was very recently announced that Keanu Reeves is going to be the voice actor of Shadow the Hedgehog in the upcoming Sonic movie, Sonic Movie 3. Yes, the one we are getting this year. When I got that information, I entered a true state of shock and disbelief. I thought I was being trolled. I thought this was just some weird, elaborate joke, but we got this news from some pretty reputable sources online. Some showed a bit more respect to the culture than others, but I'm actually pretty surprised. The reason being is that not even a week ago, Paramount, I'm assuming, is in charge of this information getting out or interviews or things like that. They made it a point to say that we would not know who the voice actor is for Shadow, that they were not going to tell us who the voice actor is for Shadow. We would just have to wait and find out. And then again, not even a week later, oh yeah, by the way, it's John Wick. Like, what is this? Not only that, I haven't gone over the trailer with you guys. Apparently at CinemaCon in Vegas, they showed a trailer, which was the first footage showed of Sonic and Shadow fighting. It showed Eggman, some other things that we're not able to see. All of the sources that give us first looks at this information, they're not showing us the trailer. And I'm assuming that the people there probably had to sign an NDA. Of course, people had their screen recordings of it and gave us the footage from their phones. And some of that was on Twitter and other places, but it's getting hard to find that actual footage. I don't know if there's any issue with showing it, so I'm not going to show it on here, but I will give you guys an explanation of what happened. So there's quite a few sources who have the trailer breakdown from the CinemaCon presentation. However, I'm gonna go with Tails channel just because they are very, very good when it comes to Sonic news. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the detailed breakdown of the trailer. All right, so the footage began with Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, in his lab looking to have gained some weight, and the lab is filled with junk. And he jokingly says that he has been binging carbohydrates. Agent Stone then appears and presents Robotnik with one of Sonic's quills before exclaiming that they had found him, referring to Shadow. After Robotnik licks the quill, he tweaks out and shouts, "Let's do this," to Agent Stone, which then goes into a montage of Stone giving Robotnik a haircut, topped off with a big mustache, a bald head, and eyes that appear depraved. We get a game-accurate Eggman, which it was cool in the movies to see him as Robotnik and kind of having like an Eggman prior to him becoming round Eggman. But anyway, the footage then cuts to Robotnik and a gang of henchmen armored with laser guns walking up to Shadow in a cryotube, in which the latter's eyes are bursting with red energy. It then cuts to a scene where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are facing off against Shadow at night in the middle of a city street, with Knuckles joking that this hedgehog is stronger than the last one he faced, referring to Sonic. That sounds like something Knuckles would say. The footage then cuts once more to Shadow on his motorcycle in the night sky over some skyscrapers, and then uses the motorcycle to bounce towards Sonic, who is flying upwards at him, and the energy between the two soon clash. It cuts to a scene of Robotnik and Sonic facing away from a ring portal, and while they both look grumpy, the two realize they have no choice but to work together to defeat Shadow. And then I'll just finish this off here. That's the details about the trailer itself, but to the disappointment of many fans, the Hollywood studios gave no information about the voice actor for Shadow the Hedgehog or when the teaser will be made to the public. Well, here we are. There's another snippet of an article. I can't find the original source, so I'm just gonna go to the Gaming Cage tweet. But The real money shot of the footage is Shadow the Hedgehog riding a motorcycle into the night sky over some skyscrapers and then using it to bounce himself towards Sonic, which we saw in the other description. So he used it to bounce himself towards Sonic, who is flying upwards at him at full speed. We see Sonic's bright blue power clash with Shadow's bright red energy in the night sky, looking like it's straight out of an anime. The final shot of exclusive footage showed Robotnik and Sonic away from the ring portal on an empty road. They both look grumpy, like they can't stand each other's company, implying that they're going to have to work together to defeat Shadow. So out of that, the part that I'm excited about is like Shadow and Sonic clashing in front of the night sky. That is literally the scene from Sonic Adventure 2, which, to those of you who are new to my channel, it's my favorite game of all time. Like, my favorite Sonic game, my favorite game of all time. Those of you who already watch my channel, you're like, yeah, Skull's like Sonic Adventure 2. We all know this. But that is so hype to me. I'm really excited. I'm excited to hear Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I'm excited to see my favorite game come to life. And just like the more details we get about this movie, the better. And they're doing a really good job of not spoiling too much. Like, yeah, of course I want to know more, but I also don't want to see the entire movie in snippets before I see the entire movie. I'm at a loss for words. Now, my only concern, and my concern actually comes from the voice actor for Shadow. My only concern is that I feel like Shadow the Hedgehog being played by Keanu Reeves might just end up being Keanu Reeves the Hedgehog. And what I'm saying is, like, any of you guys who watch Keanu Reeves movies probably understand where I'm coming from with this, but I feel like all of the roles that Keanu Reeves plays in movies just feels like Keanu Reeves in a different role. It doesn't, like, you feel like he is that character, but at the same time, like, it feels like John Wick and Neo could be the same person, you know what I mean? So hopefully it doesn't just feel like, oh, this is just Keanu Reeves the Hedgehog, but I could see him doing really good with that role. So I'm not saying I'm not happy for it, but that's my only concern with it, is it might just feel too Keanu Reeves and not enough Shadow. Oh, and side note, they have to give him a gun now. He has to have a gun. How's he not gonna have a gun? My boy has to have a gun. Before we end this video, there is one more thing I want to talk about that we haven't talked about in video. It's the fearless year of Shadow. Holy crap, Sega is going hard right now with this. Like, they know how much we love Shadow. They know how much Shadow has needed redemption, which, again, I love Shadow's character. He's always been one of my favorites. He's always been my second favorite character, but I feel like for a while they were doing that thing where they were making Shadow too edgy. Honestly, Sonic Prime, regardless of what people have to say about it, depicted Shadow really, really well. He wasn't too edgy, he was just Shadow. He knows he's the ultimate life form. He knows he's freaking cool. He just has a really standoffish demeanor. It's just how he is. It's how he shows his personality. And they did a really good job with that, which is giving me really high hopes for all the future depictions of Shadow. I feel like for a while they were just going way too deep on the trying to make him too edgy. And I love the fact that it wasn't him trying too hard. It was always, that's just his personality. He is just cool AF. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. They're also touring with the Shadow bike. They did like a Shadow themed motorcycle that they're touring with, doing these events. They did one recently in Texas. But they have a website. I'll leave the website in the description for you guys to see and look for yourself. But we're getting a lot of Shadow this year, a lot, and I am here for it. But yeah, that is about it, Rare Drops. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I will be continuing to make Sonic content. Some does better than others, but if you guys do like my Sonic content, make sure you guys subscribe for more. I make a variety of content. I just like gaming, but I absolutely love Sonic. And make sure you give this video a like too. If it does get a good amount of likes, we'll make sure we double up on the Sonic content so we don't have to smush everything into one video. Maybe we can make individual videos about some of these things happening. And if I missed anything that's happened recently, please let me know. I am just truly overwhelmed with excitement and happiness, and I may have missed a few details here and there. But anyway, thank you for watching. All right, stay comfy, friends. Bye.